Spokane Chiefs crushed the Vancouver Giants in Game 1 of the playoffs. The highlights here on Nightside.
And hey, all of those showers have moved on from our areas, but hey, what does that hold for our weekend? I'll get you and your family prepared. My first alert weather forecast.
Another person has been arrested in the Moses Lake deadly drive-by shooting, but police are still searching for another suspect. What you need to know tonight. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. And thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. New on Nightside, the Spokane Tribal Police are asking for help finding a man wanted by U.S. Marshals. According to Tribal Police, Harry Allen Solomon Jr. has run from law enforcement multiple times. They also say Solomon Jr. has been trying to have people hide him in their homes or take him to different locations on the reservation. Tribal Police say do not let Solomon Jr. in your home or give him rides. If you know where he is, call police. Pullman Police Chief Jake Opgenorth resigned effective immediately today. Opgenorth has served as police chief since August of 2022, but has been on administrative leave since December of 2024 because of allegations of sexual assault and harassment. Opgenorth has denied all allegations. Commander Aaron Brashears will continue to act as police chief until a new appointment is made. An arrest has been made in the drive-by shooting in Moses Lake that killed a 14-year-old and hurt 4 others. According to Moses Lake police, 18-year-old Matthew Valdez was taken into custody early this morning in Beaverton, Oregon. U.S. Marshals are still searching for this man, 20-year-old Jose Beltran Rodriguez. Beltran faces several charges, including first-degree murder. A $10,000 reward is now being offered for information leading to Beltran's arrest. Check KXLY.com to stay up to date with this developing story. A bill that's making its way through the Washington state legislature could raise prices for hunting and fishing licenses. If passed, fish and hunting licenses would rise by 38%. Proponents of the bill say the money from these price increases will help maintain Washington fish and wildlife lands and habitats, operate fish hatcheries, and fund public safety. Those against the bill believe prices are already expensive in these sports, and that'll price people out.
It isn't just the cost of the fishing license. It's the Discover Pass. It's the day use pass. It's the fuel. It's everything that just keeps adding up. And I'm afraid, Mr. President, we're going to lose out for that time with the fathers because they're just starting to get unaffordable. It's getting unaffordable to have fun in this state.
The bill narrowly passed the Senate with a 25-24 vote. It's now moving on to the House. If passed, this bill would go into effect July 1st. Jason Valentine here with me tonight to send us into the weekend with some pretty nice weather. Not sunny like we saw early in the week, but still
hot.
Not sweaty, but spring-like.
Exactly, and I love the folks who went in to watch the basketball. It was crummy, it was rainy and rumbly, as you said earlier today.
That's right.
And when they came out, it was nice and sunny for your, well, early evening hours. Good Friday evening, everyone. We've made it to the weekend. 42 right now in the Spokane region. And folks, we are looking at much nicer conditions. The odd thing is, though, without the cloud coverage above us, we expect to see a cooler overnight period. So all of those showers finally have moved out. Just little tendrils of those showers remain in the northwest, a little bit along the Blues and near Pendleton. But we're going to be seeing much nicer conditions for your weekend. A very nice and mild weekend is on the way. Again, nothing like we saw Wednesday with that 74-degree all-time high on Wednesday, but still going to be very nice. So we're starting to see clearing throughout all of our areas. And as we get into tomorrow, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, but looks like Sunday morning we're going to see just glorious conditions with plenty of sunshine and again, dry conditions until we get to the latter part of the afternoon or early evening on Sunday, and then we'll be seeing some more showers coming in into our Monday. So here's what we're looking at overnight. We're looking, again, more or less clouds than we've been expecting. And then tomorrow, we're going to be seeing partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Highs are going to be in the lower 50s. And again, that is average for this time of year. So we do expect that to continue. And a quick thing, just some things to look forward to. April Fool's Day next Tuesday, 23 days until Easter, and over a month until Bloomsday. Folks, let me get you ready for your weekend. That's in my full forecast that's coming right up.
Jason, thanks so much. And tomorrow, the USC Trojans will take on Kansas State in the women's NCAA tournament at Spokane Arena. The teams are here early, enjoying a Friday night out in Spokane. You can see right here, before the big game, Trojans coach Beth Burns posted this photo on her Instagram at Cascadia Public House. She says the team is fueled and ready. Co-owner of Cascadia, Jordan Smith, hosted his sister, Kennedy Smith, and her teammates tonight.
Now, it's been a pretty arduous 6-year wait for the Spokane Chiefs to finally earn another playoff win, and that clock could just reset tonight in Game 1 at the Vancouver Giants in the WHL first round. But I can't lie, not a good start. Chiefs are down 0-1 after the first period, early in the second now, and Sam Arimba out of nowhere skates in for the first goal for Spokane. They bring it level. Later in the period, still tied. Nathan Mays firing away way downtown, but right at the goal is Asanali Sarkinov with the tip-in. Chiefs take their first lead of the game into the third period. Now getting halfway through the final frame, Andrew Crystal, the hometown spoiler, drives in the dagger on his knees. 3 goals and 3 cheers for Spokane. He adds an empty netter to take the win 4-1. So a big-time win for Spokane to earn a critical road W. That means that even if they lose Game 2, they can win the series on home ice right back here. Now catch us later in the cast for more postseason action. We got hoops coming up. Kirsten, back to you.
All right, Jack, we'll see you then. The Idaho Department of Parks and Recreation is launching a reservation system for the state's most popular group camping areas. This should open it up so everyone has an equal chance to secure a reservation regardless of your internet speed or timing. The window for the lottery will open March 31st and close April 15th. It'll affect group camp areas in Priest Lake State Park and Bear Lake State Park. And once the window closes, lottery winners will be selected through the new reservation system and notified soon after. A project to make getting to school in East Spokane safer starts Monday. This is what traffic looks like right now outside of Stevens Elementary in the Chief Gary Park neighborhood. So in January, the City Council approved a nearly $1 million construction contract to build a new crosswalk across Mission Avenue and rebuild the intersection around the school to make it quicker for children to cross.
So it's important that we do what we can to make sure that we have people out, we have the necessary improvements along the street and on the sidewalks to make sure that kids are getting to school, as safely as they can.
The most visible change will be at the intersection of Mission and Magnolia, where crews will put in an enhanced crosswalk complete with flashing lights. Local organizations in Cheney are trying to help people get rid of their old medications. On Saturday, April 12th, you can drop off your unused or expired medication at the Medication Take Back event. It's happening at the Cheney Bi-Mart parking lot from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. A delicious new festival will be taking place in Spokane later this year. What you need to know before tickets go on sale.
Delicious, you say? After a wild week off, hot temperatures and thunderstorms, what will the weekend bring for us? Well, I'll get you prepared in your First Alert weather forecast. You're watching 4 News Now. Stick with us.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric.
At Floor & Home, we know nothing brings people together like sharing a great meal. That's why we partnered with Generation Alive to fight hunger here in Spokane by donating a portion of our sales. Love the home and community you live in.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone, time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Lease a 24 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 for $399 a month for 36, or buy with 2.9% for 72. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Next week on Good Morning Northwest, the countdown to Bloomsday, plus preparing your kids to use AI at school, downtown parking changes, and summer camp options. The stories that matter to you from the team you trust. All next week, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability.
and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 0.99% APR on a 2025 Passport.
All right, so let's begin.
Spend 2025 with Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oh, no one else is clapping?
New Kimmel, weeknights on ABC.
At Floor & Home, we know nothing brings people together like sharing a great meal. That's why we partnered with Generational Live to fight hunger here in Spokane by donating a portion of our sales. Love the home and community you live in.
4 News Now is brought to you by Portable Cedar Cabins.
I therefore now move that the petitions for name change be granted and the oath of allegiance be administered.
Well, that was from a very moving ceremony at Rogers High School this morning. Over 50 immigrants officially became U.S. citizens at the naturalization ceremony. The newest group of citizens represents nearly 24 different countries. Some have waited decades before getting their citizenship. Many at the ceremony are excited to register to vote and get their passport.
Now I will have passport, and I feel complete. Right now we live in America, yeah.
The judge leading the ceremony encouraged each new citizen to register to vote and exercise their rights as a U.S. citizen. Well, this property may not look like much from this view, but underground, you're given a blast from the past. This is a Cold War era missile base. And for just $1.45 million, it can all be yours. It's on the market and is located near Sprague, Washington, just 34 miles west of Spokane. This is Thomas Contino's. His father-in-law used to own this property. He passed away, and now Thomas and his wife have decided to sell it. Underground, there's a game room, bedrooms, a library, and more, all built by Thomas's father-in-law. And there are even original tunnels built in the 1950s. Crews used to enter and exit these living quarters. Outside is the entrance to the missile silo.
And it took him 30 years to create what he has today. And when he passed, he was still working on it. He had so much vision on what he wanted to do here. It was just unbelievable.
Now it's time for the next seller to take on that legacy. You can find more information on this property on our website, KXLY.com. And thanks for the tour. Well, the Boulevard building on the corner of Indiana and Monroe is getting a new tenant. On May 1st, Vintage Print and Neon will welcome customers into their new location. The building has been in Spokane for over 100 years. It's considered a landmark by many. Shop owner and artist Chris Bovey designs T-shirts, posters, and prints inspired by iconic sites and structures in Spokane. And he also rescues and refurbishes vintage neon signs. But Bovey's collection says that he was starting to outgrow his old space in the Garland district.
We had just really ran out of room at that store, and so we were looking around for spaces, and we saw that this space was available, and I was like, this is such an iconic building, you know what I'm saying? It's one of a kind, unique to Spokane.
Vintage Print and Neon will open doors to customers May 1st. Bovey says he also has plans to turn his vintage neon sign collection into a museum. Around the Northwest now, some of the biggest names in food and wine will be here in Spokane later this year. The Davenport Collection and the James Beard Foundation are hosting the first ever Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival in Spokane in September. The event will feature the best food and wine from throughout the Pacific Northwest and show the region what Spokane is all about. This Food and Wine Festival will run September 26th through the 28th and will feature everything from a grand tasting Friday night to a 6-course paired dinner on Post Street. Yeah, they're showing off a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
That's what we should do. It'll close with a jazz brunch on Sunday morning. Tickets aren't quite available just yet. We're going to let you know just as soon as they are. But Jason, September in Spokane is one of my favorite times to be here.
Oh, it's absolutely. What, a jazz brunch?
I know.
That sounds fun.
It does.
Yeah, fantastic.
I haven't been to a jazz brunch, I don't think. spend a lot of other brunches.
Yes, but tomorrow might be a good time to do a brunch because it'll be so lovely.
Yeah.
Let's take a look outside, and things are looking nice on the radar. I lied. Let's take a look outside. Maybe the next frame will have it. Good Friday evening, everybody. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far, and we're looking very nice throughout our areas. 42, 42. Look at that. They match. And again, we're going to see those cooler temperatures overnight because there is nothing to hold in the heat. But that is good news because we're seeing clearer skies. So a nicer evening ahead. All that shower activity has moved out, but rain will return early next week. Light winds are taking over, so we're looking at, again, this morning we saw gusts up to 30 miles per hour, but things are settling down and a partly sunny weekend is ahead. So it should be very nice. So we're pretty routinely in the lower 40s right now throughout our areas. We are going to be above the freezing level for most of our cities until maybe next weekend when we're going to see a little bit of a dip in our overnight lows. So for our radar, we have finally cleared out just little bits and pieces of what the storm was throughout the Northwest, still remaining, but they are going to be moving out ever so slowly. So taking a look at our forecast radar, looking overnight, and look at this. We are going to be looking at mostly clear skies. We could see a little bit of shower activity coming into Pullman and Moscow. Then as we head into Saturday afternoon, looking very nice. Unless you're heading to Missoula, a little bit of snow action there on your Saturday. Into Sunday morning, perfect. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy some of the beauty, but look at that. As we get to late Sunday into Monday early, we're going to see those showers return. So get ready for more showers as we get into your commute on Monday morning. And yes, we have an 80% chance of seeing those showers. 30% for Tuesday and Wednesday, so maybe some spotty showers for those days, but showers will most definitely return on Monday. So winds already slowing down, as I said. Expect them to be between 10 and 5 miles per hour for your weekend. So plenty of opportunity. It's just begging you to get outside and enjoy the last weekend of March. As April hits next Tuesday, that means we're a fourth done with 2025. Not 24, 25. So we have our average temperatures, lower 50s. We're right around it for the week ahead. So just get ready for what we expect for this time of year. So tomorrow, 53, 56 on Sunday, and then those showers on Monday, and off and on showers as we head into probably Thursday, and starting to cool down in our overnight period starting Monday late night. So it's going to be downright chilly as we move into our next week. Again, April Fool's Day on Tuesday, but get ready for one of the best weekends we've had all this weekend. As we're moving along into the next couple of weeks, we do expect things to slowly start to creep up temperature-wise. So that is definitely some good news. And we do expect to see things changing just a bit. But as I said before, we're looking at clearing skies. Folks, get outside and enjoy the March temperatures. It's going to be hot before you know it. So enjoy it while it's a bit mild out there.
Jason, thanks so much. A new bill focusing on stricter emission standards advanced out of a Washington State committee this morning. And while some believe this could help our environment, others are worried this could drive up prices at the pump.
We need to strengthen this program in order for Washington's clean fuel standard to be driving the continued development of clean fuels and to ensure that we are on track to meet our greenhouse gas reduction targets.
Democratic Majority Leader Joe Fitzgibbon believes stricter standards will bring more incentive to make cleaner burning fuels in Washington State rather than in Oregon or California. However, Republicans were opposed, saying this.
We all agree we want to go after these goals. We want to make sure they're measurable, they're achievable, and with that is sustainable. And a big piece of our no votes today was some of us had concerns about the affordability on ratepayers.
The bill will move forward to the Senate Ways and Means Committee. Still ahead, what health experts are saying about a recent measles outbreak in the Southwest and what you need to know to keep your family safe.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. Imagine the hidden gems you'll find. Sweet.
Ribs, please.
Imagine all the dust you'll kick up.
Yeah. It's easy.
Imagine the memories you'll make.
Yeah.
And some you'd like to forget.
Right now, you can lease the new adventure-ready 2025 Toyota RAV4 for just $349 a month. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Friends don't let friends miss buy one, add one for $1 on these classics.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The smart thermostat just got smarter, and Bill's Heating and AC wants you to experience the difference. For a limited time, get the brand new Base Smart Thermostat free with every full system tune-up. And that tune-up is just $59. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, total control of your home's comfort, and prevent costly breakdowns, all with one phone call. Call 208-777-5528 to claim this limited time offer.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
You go from one place to another, and then keep going. That's why AutoNation Chevrolet is here to keep you on the go. Drive a Silverado 1500 ZR2 for $10,000 off. Go to AutoNation Chevrolet today.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Around the world in Southeast Asia, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit Thailand and Myanmar this morning. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the story.
Heartbreaking video shows the moment a 34-story skyscraper under construction toppled in Bangkok after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake rocked Myanmar, forcing construction workers to run for their lives.
And it was just horrifying to see that destruction.
The epicenter more than 600 miles from Bangkok. A plume of dust sweeping the region as first responders race to save the injured and search for survivors. More than 150 people killed across the region, hundreds injured, and more than 100 people are missing.
This is a massive search operation. Crews here are working all through the night, searching for any signs of life in that giant piece of rubble.
This man narrowly escaped being crushed at a historic temple.
I was praying the pagoda in monastery, and suddenly the ground was started shaking. We were so shocked. At the time, the monastery suddenly fell down.
This is the incredible moment a child was found alive, pulled from a collapsed building. You could hear the rescuers cheering. President Trump vowing support from the U.S.
Yeah, we're going to be helping. We've already alerted the people. Yeah, it's terrible what's happened. It's a real bad one, and we will be helping. We've already spoken with the country.
The U.S. State Department saying in a press briefing that U.S. aid stands ready to help, but is still in standby mode, waiting for direction from the White House.
These expert teams provide immediate assistance, including food and safe drinking water, needed to save lives in the aftermath of a disaster. The United States is evaluating the need for assistance based on requests and dynamic reporting.
Officials in Myanmar saying the death toll will likely climb. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Well, around the nation now, a measles outbreak in the southwestern part of the United States has reached at least 450 cases. The cases have been reported across Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Kansas. The World Health Organization has weighed in, saying it labels the measles outbreak as having a potential significant public health impact. The World Health Organization reminds everyone that the measles is a very contagious disease that could lead to severe complications and even death. Gonzaga legend Drew Timme made his NBA debut today. Hear his reaction to the news next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson.
It's an American Idol 2-night event.
Let's party!
Sunday.
Come on! Last day of auditions.
This is my dream.
I've never seen anything like it. This is a platinum ticket.
Oh my gosh.
And Monday.
Give me more!
Hollywood Week kicks off.
Hollywood Week is probably the most stressful time in their journey.
More than half of you will be going home.
American Idol. New Sunday and Monday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
To me, Harlem is home. But home is also your body.
Last one, everyone.
I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Moving day never goes smoothly, does it? Let's just settle this little mishap.
Who do we always see on the billboards again?
It's the one call that's all, guys.
You deserve to be compensated fairly for everything you've had to go through.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
We could tell you what it's capable of. Or you could find out for yourself. How we get there matters. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The Sweet 16 round began today for the NCAA women's basketball tournament, and 8 of those 16 here in Spokane, vying for those 4 Elite 8 spots possible in this regional. And after Duke and South Carolina booked the first 2 wins of the day in Birmingham, we now see if either LSU or NC State can join their Southern foes in the next round. And talk about an incredible effort from the Tigers. LSU earning the first win today through phenomenal performances from Anissa Morrow and Michaela Williams. Morrow recording a 30-point, 19-rebound double-double to win. LSU was down 3 at the 2-minute mark, but finished the game on a 10-0 run, including a Williams go-ahead layup inside the final minute and a half to help seal the dub. Tigers advance to the next round to play UCLA at noon back at Spokane Arena, so apologies for the spoiler alert. But yes, the UCLA Bruins won the other Sweet 16 game today, beating the Ole Miss Rebels 76-62. Lauren Betts, you just saw her a couple seconds ago, she had the game of her life tonight, scoring 31 points on a ridiculous 15 for 16 shooting, plus 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. She was the only player to score over 13 points for the Bruins and just one of 2 in double-digit scoring. This will make 3 seasons in a row that the Bruins play in the Elite 8. But both of those last 2 years, UCLA lost in that round. And the wait's over, folks. Gonzaga legend Drew Timme finally stepping onto an NBA court suited up. And it's for the Brooklyn Nets, beginning his time in the league after a spectacular last week with the Long Island Nets, averaging 35 points over his last 3 games there. Timme had a remarkable game today, actually. 11 points, 10 rebounds. That makes him just the 5th player in franchise history with a double-double in his debut. And he led the bench in points and the whole team in rebounds. And now listen in to hear from what Timme said himself on what went through his head when he got the news of being called up.
I ain't gonna lie, I was just playing some FIFA, and then my phone started blowing up, and I was like, huh? Like, what? And then it was just a rush to get past and everything, but it was super cool, you know. I've been playing really good, so, I was kind of hoping from anywhere, something would happen, and then, unfortunately, our season, we can't make the playoffs, and so I guess I kind of got the wheel going, but, man, I was like a little kid in the candy store. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was so excited.
Thank you, my friend Eric Slater, for that video reporter of Brooklyn Nets. And it wasn't a perfect night for Timme and the Nets, though. Brooklyn suffering a rough loss tonight. They fell 132-100 to the Los Angeles Clippers. Spokane Chiefs earning a big-time road win. We mentioned it earlier over the Vancouver Giants tonight. 4-1 game. Andrew Crystal home in Vancouver, bagging a couple goals. Chief outshot the Giants 44-26. Dawson Cohen excellent in goal. 1 goal allowed, 26 saves. Spokane's Shea Van Olm, Berkeley Catton, that elite front line, they combined for 3 assists, 7 total. Chiefs skaters recording at least 1 point tonight. That win was Spokane's first Game 1 playoff win since early April 2019. That was at the Everett Silvertips in the Western Conference semis. Spokane now has a series advantage, could take a commanding 2-0 series lead on Sunday at 4 back in Vancouver. Athletics and Mariners battling again tonight for Game 2. A's trying to win a game. M's trying to stay unbeaten, and, well, that's not the start Seattle wants there. Brent Rooker, his first home run of the year after a stellar rookie campaign, 2-0 A's. 5th inning, 2 men on for Seattle, and good hit over center field goes down. Mitch Garver sprinting from second to home, tagged out at the plate, 2 away. Seattle still scoreless. 4-0 game now in the 7th. Tyler Soderstrom hit, hugging the right field line. It's a fair ball. Automatic double sends in another. 5-0 after 3 straight batters bringing in runs. Third pitch of the 8th goes yard. Max Muncy, first hit, first homer, closing the book. 7-0 final in Seattle. The A's are in the first win of the year and add Seattle their first loss in the final. Luis Castillo, not an ideal day in 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs allowed. Seattle 5 for 31 compared to the A's 12 hits. Pretty solid on that one. A's return for Game 3 tomorrow at 6:40 p.m. So it's great to see baseball start up again. And even if the game didn't go their way, I'm trying to find out and see a good time to get out of T-Mobile Park. Still haven't been, still got to go. So been a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get there.
Yeah. Oh, you'll love it. It's a great spot. And I told you yesterday, Soderstrom's from my hometown.
Which is pretty cool.
Which, I mean, I'm not rooting for them, but I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome.
But it could be worse. Could be worse.
Yeah, little Turlock, California. Okay, we'll be right back after the break.
Tomorrow morning, it's GMA and Oprah.
I want some of that.
Plus, Elizabeth Moss on the final season of Handmaid's Tale. What will she reveal? And this week, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Ryan Coogler, and Noah Wiley on
Good Morning America.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley County. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the advocates.
The advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
A luxury Audi experience doesn't start when you're driving or even when you first get behind the wheel. It starts here at Audi Spokane, where we treat you like you're our only customer. And with so many Audi models to choose, you're sure to find yours. Like a new 2024 Audi Q5 S-Line Quattro for just $589 a month. Start your luxury journey now at Audi Spokane, an AutoNation company.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Well, it's Friday. That means it's time to go for a ride on the Air 4 drone. Tonight, we're soaring above the rolling hills in Whitman County. Let's go for a ride over the Palouse in this week's Air 4 adventure.
We live in a great landscape here. There's lots of different places. Everybody gravitates towards the river and downtown, but you'll always find photographers up on top of Steptoe Butte taking shots of the Palouse. There's something about the lay of the land, the way the hills roll, the way the light plays on it, that just draws every photographer nationwide to that area. It is this time of year when you go up there and it's just those rolling green hills. You get a bit of wind motion over it. And if you're up there at the beginning of sunset or sunrise, the way that light plays across those rolling hills and the wind going across the wheat fields, it's just an amazing shot. It's hard to go wrong up there. You never know if you've really got it till you get it home. Sometimes you snap it and you look in the camera, it looks great, and you get it home on the computer, maybe it's not what you wanted. But there's always that one moment where you take it on your computer and you see it in a nice big colorful monitor and you're like, that's the one.
Speaking of picture perfect, look at tomorrow. Mostly to partly cloudy skies, highs in the lower 50s, low winds. It should be a lovely Saturday and an even better Sunday.
Yeah, it's weekend time. We're all on weekend time. And yeah, we're just happy to go to bed.